It's 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Glenn, what are you doing up? I guess what am I doing in the kitchen? But I mean, I came.
The question is, what are you doing?
I'm normally not up. What are you doing up?
I've been up for an hour now.
Doing what?
Well, I've been up preparing to get down to the gym. I get up each morning between 4:30 and 5, depending on when my body clock, the alarm in my body clock goes off. I've been up in front of the computer, drinking coffee, taking care of my early morning emails, sending emails between Japan and Los Angeles. And now I'm prepared to get on the elevator, go down to the gym, and exercise for an hour and 15 minutes.
And you do this how often?
I try to do it twice a day, but I endeavor to do it once a day, 7 days a week. And if I get in 5 or 6 a week, then I feel satisfied.
And why do you do this?
Why do I do that?
I'm drinking coffee. I'm not going down to the gym at 5:30.
Well, I've had my coffee already, so I do it to speed up my death. No, I do it for a number of reasons, but the primary one is to try to keep myself in the fittest condition that I possibly can. Take care of my muscles, my bones, and give myself the energy necessary to continue working for decades to come.
And why do you do it now, like at 5:30?
Well, that's the only opportunity that I really have to do it without having a cluttered head. Also having the responsibilities of being a father makes it difficult to do it any other time, because I have to get Lucy to school, I've got to get to the office, and by the end of the day...
Oh, thanks. You make me look like a bad mother at 5:30 in the morning.
Well, I mean, somebody's got to do it, so clearly the division of labor has fallen on my side when it comes to getting to school. But if I...
But like, what would happen if you waited till 5 o'clock this afternoon?
Well, it wouldn't happen, because I would then be dependent upon having to pull away from the desk and find the time to do it, which would be very, very difficult.
I mean, you're really good at, I'm normally not awake, because normally you get out of bed at...
So I do notice, it's the first time I've seen you before the sun has risen.
I know.
Time.
Well, I'll do anything for a good video. But I just... What is the deal? Because when I first met you, you didn't do this, and then you started doing this, and you've been exercising 8 years, I guess, really diligently?
No, I think closer to 10.
10, okay. And what do you think the difference is?
I started when the office was still on 76th Street.
Okay, so what do you think the difference is in your mind? I'm really,
Well,
so you can tell I'm not at my peak at 5:30.
The difference is twofold. I mean, the first is psychological, which is that the discipline is now absolute. I would feel somehow, I would feel that I was depriving myself of an opportunity to organize my day if I didn't start by exercising. Secondly, it's given me a sense of physical well-being that I had in my young years, and then in the decades after that clearly had abandoned. But in terms of muscle tone, bone density, endurance, I mean, those are things that I've been able to sort of recapture in the process of taking care of myself.
So you feel that you've kind of retarded aging in a way with your body, or
I
made
don't
it?
know if I've retarded aging. It's an endearing and nourishing thought, and there may be some element of it. And certainly, the reports I get from my doctors would suggest that at least I'm on a road towards some form but I'm in the slow lane. That's for certain. But I will say, and you can confirm this, that my immune system seems to be on a very high level. I don't suffer from flus or colds. I've not missed a single day of work in the last 10 years. I hadn't missed any work before that, but I haven't missed a single day of work due to poor health. So I do think that the physical, that the definition that the daily training is given to my physical self is reflected in the amount of energy and endurance that I have.
So you know guys your age who don't have your energy because they just go schlump in the chair every day.
Well, at selfish moments, I'd like to think that I know very few people at my age who have as much energy. But many of them do still. I suspect there are many fellows who are coaching in the National Football League with as much energy as I do.
Let me ask you a question. At 5:30 here in the morning, it's hard for me to come up with questions. What about the people who say, like a lot of people don't exercise, a lot of people say when it comes to exercise, I don't have the time. I'm too busy. Now, I mean, now we know, I know this because you're a really busy person. You're going to go take Lucy to school, thank you very much. But you're going to go there and go to work. You're going to work all day. You're going to have a bunch of meetings. You're going to probably go to lunch, and then you're going to work again. You're going to have a bunch more meetings, and when we have dinner. I mean, you make the time. I mean, it's this time, which is kind of a sucky time, but you make the time. Oh, there goes, shut up, stupid one. You make the time. So what do you say to people who go, I don't have the time? Because most people say I don't have the time.
I mean, the simple fact of life, incontrovertible fact, is exercise is work. If you don't make time for work, it will never get done. If you don't apply yourself to work 365 days a year, you will accomplish very little. So it isn't as if exercise is extraneous to the natural and seems to me necessary discipline of daily work. Exercise is work, and anybody who thinks otherwise is kidding themselves. Therefore, you're either committed to working or you're not. And this is one form of work where it's definitely calibrated in terms of dollars and cents, but the amount of value that you put into your private bank is on a very, very large scale.
And what's a day for you without exercise?
Misery.
Really?
Misery. Mm-hmm.
And what's a day for you with exercise?
Less misery. I'm Jewish.
Well, all right. Well, I guess I better let you go exercise.
I have to go.
All right.
Thank you very much for this opportunity to begin.
Would you give any advice, one bit of advice, Glenn Horowitz, to
Yes.
people out there who refuse to do it? What would you say?
Yes, yes.
People your own age. You're breathin'. Is that right? The right word? I don't know.
No,
Words.
it's not, but simple point is, the only advice I would give is start yesterday. I mean, you have to start somewhere, and once you start, it takes a number of months, maybe 4 to 6 months it seems to be, before you develop the sort of internal mechanism that will permit you to see it as an integral part of your day. I mean, you get up, you brush your teeth, you go to the gym. But once you've commenced that, the sense of self-worth that you will derive from that is on a scale that's impossible to measure.
Well, thank you. Enjoy the gym, and please come back because I have to be at the gym at 8 o'clock.
And I have to get my child to the school.
Bye.
Bye-bye.